everyone, and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be working on week 8 in my Project Life album, and I'm going to be using the February 2018 Pocket Life kit from CitrusTwistKits. As usual, getting started with my Project Life process, I'm using my Fiskars trimmer and I'm just trimming all of my photos down. Most of these photos are going to be a 3x4 size, however some of them printed a little larger, so they're going to need an extra trimming. The page protector that I'm going to be using today has 6 4x6 pockets instead of 3x4, so I will have to double up most of my photos, but I did find this adorable photo of our kitty Athena, and so I kept that one pretty close to 4x6. I've just worked out where I'm going to put the photos into the pockets, and then we're going to choose a 4x6 card for my title card and then have a look through the 6x8 paper pad and see which papers we're going to want to use on this spread. Once I've chosen which papers we're going to be using, I'm going to trim them down to 4x6, just that way they're ready to use and I won't have to trim them down too much afterwards. I'm then going to start working on my title card. As always, I'm taking my beautiful month stamps from Ali Edwards and I'm placing it in the centre of this beautiful spiral circle design. This is one of the Citrus Twist exclusives this month, and I'm just going to use my black Stays On ink to stamp that. I'm just going to stamp off a few times to try and get as much excess of the ink off as possible. And then I'm going to be taking these beautiful teal puffy alphas that came in the kit this month, and I'm just going to be writing out my dates. So this is week 8, it's going to be February the 19th to February 25th. So I'm just spelling out 19 and then putting a little dash, which is actually the inside of the number 9 and then number 25. Next I'm going to be taking the die cut pack, which is always my favourite part of the Citrus Twist kits, and then I'm going to just spread that onto my little egg plate so that I can see them a little bit better. I'm going to be choosing a couple of the word strip die cuts as well as some beautiful florals, and the black word die cut says the struggle is real and the blue one underneath says chaotic and messy. I thought these were perfect as they described my week perfectly, and they just worked well on my title card to make it a little bit different. I'm just using some double-sided sticky tape to pop those in place. I'm going to slightly offset them to the right to follow in the spiral design, and I'm going to place my floral die cuts on the top side and the bottom side of that date. I will then add some tiny attacher staples just onto that bottom die cut, as I like the texture of the staples and it also helps to keep them on. And I will go back and add an extra one of those teeny tiny florals just on the edge of that die cut, as I felt that I was missing just a little something. Next up is going to be this photo of my nephew wearing his first little football kit. He's 2 and has just started a little football club, so of course that had to be included in this week's Project Life. I'm taking one of the Project Life cards in the kit that I didn't think I would otherwise use. It just has a little icon of a cup, and I'm taking a few of my washi tapes that I pulled out. One has copper foiling and then one is a brown tan colour with white polka dots, and so I've just done a strip of both of those on the right hand side and I'm going to stick my photo on the top of it. I'm then going to have a look through the cut apart sheet and I'm going to fussy cut this blue label that was on it. I thought it was perfect to make it fit in with the rest of my photos that have a lot of hints of blue. So I'm going to use my detail scissors to just fussy cut around that, and then my big scissors to trim off the corners to make it look a little bit better. I'm then going to be taking the stamp set that came in the kit as well, and I'm going to be using one of the little stamps that says collecting memories. I do take my black Stays On ink as always, and I try stamping this on the photo, but the photo paper I'm using is really poor quality, so it just tears up the photo instead. So I've gone back to the die cut pack and I've just taken a label that I wasn't going to use, otherwise it's just not my style, so I'm using the back of that to stamp that on instead, and then again using double-sided sticky tape I'm just going to stick the label on and use my jelly roll pen for some journaling. I thought that it was still missing something, so I'm going to go to the puffy sticker sheet and I'm going to add this puffy sticker that says this and one of the little yellow hearts, and that's going to be that one finished. Moving on next to the photo of me, so I'm trimming down my pattern paper to 3 by 4 and I'm just checking that my photo fits on the top of it. I'm going to add some double-sided sticky tape to the back of my photo, and then first, before sticking it down, use this beautiful red bow washi tape. I'm just sticking some of that on the top and then I'm going to stick my photo down on the top of that. I'm then going to use some more of those beautiful puffy alphas and spell out my title on the top of this photo. I'm just going to write out EMG OW. I was having an EMG test in this photo and I wanted to be able to remember when I look back what was happening. I'm going to go through the die cut pack and choose this lilac-y label, so I'm just going to add that at the bottom, and then I do add one of the puffy stickers that says today was awesome, and I'm just trimming off the edges to make it a little bit smaller as I didn't want to cover up too much of the photo. Again, I'm going to use my black jelly roll pen to add some journaling, and I'm just going to write about how it wasn't fun. And then add some tiny attacher staples. I did have to check because I thought that I had stapled off the edge of the photo, but I actually was just incredibly close. I'm then going to have a look at this tiny word sticker sheet and choose one that says shocker, and then add a few tiny attacher staples just on the edges of that as well. Next up is my 4 by 6 photo at the bottom, and I'm going to start by backing it onto one of the Maggie Holmes floral papers, which is very pretty. I'm then going to have a look through the ephemera pack and I'm going to see if there's any die cuts that I can use to create a cluster in the bottom left corner. I do find this really pretty tag that says I'm needing more of this, and I also am going to take another label and add some more journaling using my jelly roll pen in black. Once I've added my journaling onto that, I'm going to take some more double-sided sticky tape and I'm going to add some just to the back of both the tag and the label. Before sticking them down, I will add some washi tape. I'm going to add some more of that beautiful red bow washi tape. I do make a boo-boo, so I just add another piece to cover it up. I just peeled off a piece of the photo by accident, but you can't tell once I've stuck the second piece down. I'm also going to take some natural white twine and I'm just going to add some of that through that tag, and then I'm going to stick the label and the tag both in place. At the moment, I really love playing with twine, with the different textures and adding staples, twisting it. So I'm just going to push it up a little bit so that you can see that there is twine as the tag is on the edge of the paper. I'm then going to add a few staples, I'll snip off the excess, and then this photo is going to be done. Moving on now to this photo, which is of my nails, or my snapped off nails, which happened this week. I'm going to be taking another piece of that 4 by 6 paper that we chose earlier on, and I'm going to use some more double-sided sticky tape just to stick the photo down onto that paper first. And then I'm going to add my embellishments. So I am using another one of those floral die cuts to match in with my title card, and this one is just in yellow, so I'm going to add that to the bottom right of the photo, and then I'm also going to add a tiny word sticker as well as a die cut. So the die cut is a black one that says fantastic, and then I'm just using another one of the tiny word stickers that says epic failure. This definitely was and was very painful. I'm going to finish that off with some tiny attacher staples and move on to this photo of my husband. For this one, I'm keeping it really simple. I'm using one of the puffy stickers that says we just go together, and then I'm going to go to the cut apart sheet and use this yellow label. So first of all, I'm going to cut that out with my big scissors, and then I'm just going to use my detail scissors to fussy cut that. As always, I'm going to use another piece of double-sided sticky tape just to stick that down in place. I'll then trim off the excess, and then I'm going to use my tiny attacher just to add some staples to the puffy sticker. I'm then going to take my black jelly roll pen and add some journaling on the label. I'm keeping it really simple, and once I've added my journaling, that photo is also going to be done. Moving on then to the next photo, which is of my husband and I, and this one is going to be super simple as well. I'm taking one of the puffy stickers that says forever and a die cut that says looks like this. I'm simply going to layer those over the top of each other, add a tiny attacher staple to each side, and then I'm going to use one of the little puffy sticker hearts just next to the die cuts, and then that photo is also going to be finished. I decided I wasn't going to add too much to every single photo on this spread, but I do like the mix of the different textures of the different embellishments that were included in this kit. Now I'm moving on to the next photo, and this one is going to be super simple. I'm taking a pink label from that cut apart sheet and one of the tiny word stickers. I'm using my black jelly roll pen to write pizza party on the label, and then once I've stuck that down, I'm going to add the tiny word sticker that says crave above it, and then I'm just going to add some tiny attacher staples, and that one's going to be finished. Moving on to the next photo now at the bottom, I'm taking the other part of the pattern paper that I used at the top, this beautiful floral on a dark background. I'm adding some more double-sided sticky tape to attach that photo onto the paper. I'm then going to add 2 strips of washi. I'm going to use the same 2 washi that I used earlier on in this spread as well. I'm starting with this copper foil washi, and then I'm going to be adding this brown polka dot one just over the top. I'm not covering up too much of the photo, but I definitely wanted the washi to be able to show. I do cut some of it off as it did go over the edge, but I think you can still see enough of both washis for it to have an effect. It's a great way of using up some washi as well if you have a large washi stash. I definitely do, and I don't use my washi enough. I'm going back to using some more of those beautiful teal alphas, and I'm going to spell out the word pig cat. Our kitty is anything if hungry, and if you have any type of food, she is going to be your best friend. I'm also taking one of the tiny word stickers that says only you, and I'm going to stick that next to the pig cat and then just staple that in place. That photo is now finished, and we're going to be moving on to the last photo of my spread. I'm having a look through the ephemera pack just to have a look through the different die cuts. I didn't know necessarily what I wanted to put here. I do find 2 word strips, and I'm also going to be using one of the tiny word stickers. So the black word strip says my love language, the turquoise one says not so much, and then the tiny word sticker says everyday ordinary, but I've chopped it in half so that I'm just using the ordinary. I'm then going to take my tiny attacher and add some staples to the middle label, and then I'm also going to use one of the little puffy sticker hearts just underneath, and that one's also going to be finished. That's going to be the whole spread finished for this video. I had so much fun using the Citrus Twist kits. I love all of the different elements. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below and I can get back to you as soon as possible. If you'd like to see more videos from me, please do subscribe to my channel. I hope to post some more videos soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.